Welcome back, Ram fam. I am your host, Crab Clown Jimmy, and joining me tonight is Overwatch Blue Captain Sabbatical. We are going to be your commentators for the Overwatch Gold team in their battle against Coe College tonight. As a reminder, CIU Overwatch Gold is 5-0 in the Star League Open Premier Division, and Coe College is currently 4-1. So we are looking forward to a remarkable battle. Sabbatical, tell us a little bit about this map and the objectives we should expect from the upcoming minutes.
So as we see from past games, or if you're joining us for the first time, this could be a King of the Hill map. And both sides will start on opposite sides of the central objective, and both teams will rush to the center, trying to get the percentage and points to win the best of 3. As
now,
you can see, though,
oh, go ahead.
I apologize.
Yeah.
Actually, from our prediction in chat, actually says How's Your Day is going Bastion here, which actually is a more recent pick for How's Your Day, and actually does really well on the Bastion.
Man, he went
As you
Bastion.
can see.
I put 1,500 points on Sojourn.
You can see the immediate aggression from How's Your Day and CIU as a whole. As I mean, they just rushed through the whole team with an early pick for How's Your Day, and just allows the immediate aggression. I mean, that was the quickest I think we've seen CIU run into a fight and just capitalize.
So CIU Overwatch Gold being your red team in this battle, Coe College being your blue team. We see that the percentage is already rising for Overwatch Gold, which is good, and is pretty antithetical, or at least inconsistent with previous games. Typically, CIU isn't known for capping first in King of the Hill. This time, as Sabbatical said, they came out super fast, super hot, super aggressive, and they've already capped. They may be losing that cap here in just a second, but a quick 30% is a great first leg of this race.
I mean, as you can see, I mean, they gave up this percentage just to round out, get a few picks, and secure some ult kills, and it just allows them to take back this point really quick, get the point percentage moving back up for CIU.
And that's exactly what they did. Suddenly, red percentage is on the climb, and there was no one contesting the point at the moment.
It's really interesting to see CIU's team comp here, as we see like I said, they're playing a lot more aggressive than they have in the past, and I think that's a result of the Bastion pick and the May pick. Allows them to be more aggressive and secure sightlines on people that they usually wouldn't be able to.
Now, we were talking before the game, Sabbatical, and we have seen a lot of VOD reviewing for Overwatch Gold this week, specifically right before this game, the hour before this game, they were undergoing another VOD review where they were looking over footage from games earlier this week, and they had one yesterday evening as well, and you can tell that they are just tightening down that focus so that they can get these points faster, not be done quicker. They're not a fast and dirty team at all. But we are seeing some hyper-focused gameplay and battles right here against Coe College.
I mean, that is exactly what you can see here. I mean, CIU seems very just confident with how they play, and just seem like sure of their movements and their communication. And I think that bodes well for the matches ahead, and even this match.
Well, and they gave up the cap again for a few extra picks, and it looks like they're just sort of repeating this strategy, and it seems to be working because we're a mere 5% away from getting our first point in this King of the Hill.
What a huge play there we saw from both Zest and Kibbs, as we see Zest actually wall off the enemy Doomfist from being able to touch the point for that overtime, and Kibbs actually getting a really nice boop on the enemy Lucio, also preventing the overtime countdown for Coe College.
The first point goes to your CIU Esports Rams on the Overwatch Gold team. Same map, same game. This map is a best of 3, if I understand it correctly, Sabbatical. So we will see them spawn in on opposite sides of the map and return to the same objective. Am I correct?
That is correct. We'll see a fight in the middle as we saw in the first map, and I think we'll see the same kind of gameplay and aggression from CIU here.
Now, as the fight gets started here, we have 30 seconds before they can even cap this. I have to ask you a super important and very personal question, Sabbatical. Are you ready for this?
I think I'm ready.
I need your professional opinion on candy corn. There's a lot of people that hate candy corn, and I think that those people are super misinformed. What do you think? It's candy corn season, right? I've already bought my 1-pound bag. How deep are you into your candy corn this month?
I think this is my second bag of candy corn so far. I'm big into the fall season. I think it is honestly I think it's my favorite season. And I have gotten both the regular candy corn and I think the fan and personal favorite, the pumpkin candy corn, is the best of the two.
You know, that'll preach right there. That will preach. I love some candy corn pumpkins, even the chocolate ones. You really can't hide from me. I am rather impressed that you're 2 bags in. I'm only into my first, so well done. I'm super inspired by, you know, your affinity for eating candy. And it looks like CIU Gold just capped the point, and we are pushing up in red percentages.
It's looking good for CIU, but I mean, off rip you can see that CIU actually kind of switched up their comp here. We see a more of a play around Zest's Pharah, which he is so well known for, and it allows Zest to be more aggressive and play a little bit better, and it allows for more of a flanking kind of play for How's Your Day, as we can see. Zest with a huge team kill.
Wow.
Just securing that fight from the start.
All 5. Well done, Zest. Team Captain Raymond Williamson.
I mean, almost on cue as I was hyping him up. He secures the fight. And this map is just perfect for him. I mean, he just gets those easy damages off the beginning. Just allows CIU to get that early damage before fights.
You know, I've been having some conversations. I have the opportunity as head coach to meet with team captains, and I have opportunities to meet with Zest quite often to discuss logistics and scheduling and personnel and recruiting and all these sorts of things. And he was just confessing to me earlier this week how he's been sort of disappointed in his own gameplay, not meeting his own expectations. And he's been working really, really hard to continually take the input of others, of some of his peers, of some of the other coaches we have on staff who come in and help review VODs, and especially his peers and his teammates. And tonight I'm really seeing some of the excellence for which he's known being showcased. Great work, Team Captain Zest.
I mean, I've seen him over these last couple of weeks working on a lot of different characters, trying to build himself up for the team. And it is good to see that like he's getting better on those characters, but his Pharah is just so great. And he actually said the same thing to me, that he hasn't been feeling it, but recently started playing Pharah. And I mean, I think it shows in this game. I mean, he is hitting amazing shots and just putting in the work for the win here.
That was a super aggressive play from Coe College. Almost a total party wipe out there. A little bit of recovery, but that is, I think, only their first cap, so they're only about 12% up, knowing that CIU, your Overwatch Gold team, is at 99%. All they have to do is get back on point and hold it for a few seconds, and they will have point 2 on the King of the Hill map.
I mean, this is the fight that determines it right here. And you can see it was this almost dogfight duel in the air between Zest and the Coe College Echo. A quick pick from for Bugman or Harry Potter. Unfortunately, he loses his life for the pick. Zest also is taken out, as well as Winter and Kibbs, and I think that rounds out this fight, unfortunately for CIU. How's Your Day actually gets a final pick at the end there. This might just be enough for CIU to return quickly and secure this fight without the enemy Doomfist.
They won't have to hold it for long, but as we talked about earlier, Coe College is 4-1 in this conference. So they are bringing their A game. They mean to win it. They're not just going to roll over and give it to CIU. They are not just going to surrender this map. They know they're 1 point down in this map, and they're doing everything they can to tie it up so that we can go into a third battle.
Zest with an early pick. I think we're about to see the aggression here as a Coe College kind of unfolds.
There's the cap again in overtime, seconds away from securing that second point.
CIU rounds out the victory for the first Koth map.
Great work, CIU Overwatch Gold team. Let's see that play of the game.
I mean, I think it'll definitely be the. Oh, it was not. I was really expecting the Zest play there. Actually, really great plays right here.
Admittedly, a very great play.
Just allows us the security of the fight. That was really good.
Yep, that was Kelly Dudd from Coe College. Great plays on their behalf. As we get ready for the second map, your teams will be delegating here a few things before we move on. Sabbatical, what is our second map? What can we expect?
As we see, I think our next map is going to be a hybrid here, which is going to be a map of like King of the Hill, and then as the that King of the Hill is capped, we'll see a payload arise, and then we'll move that payload for certain objectives or certain points. I think it'll be a total of 3.
Excellent. And there's tons more action coming up here. If you're just now joining us in chat, welcome. I am Crab Clown Jimmy. I am joined tonight by Overwatch Blue Captain Sabbatical, and we are excited to have you here for the 6th round for Overwatch Gold in the NACE Star League East 5 Conference. We are so excited to see the battle unfold here in just a moment. CIU has procured the first point in the set, and we just can't wait to see what's going to happen next. If you haven't already, be sure to follow us on Instagram. We put a lot of clips there from all of our titles that we offer here at CIU Esports, including Rocket League, Overwatch 2, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. We put clips and reels and highlights up there, as well as make our regular game announcements as well, so that you can never miss a game from CIU Esports. We should be back here in just a few seconds with our second map. Crab Clown Jimmy will be right back. Welcome back, Ram fam, to the second map. CIU Overwatch Gold is already up 1-0 against Coe College in the series tonight. Sabbatical, tell us again a little bit about this map and the objectives we should see unfold here in a few minutes.
As we can see, there'll be two sides again. We'll see an attack and a defense. And it'll be the attacker's objective to cap the point like we saw in the past ones, get that to 100%, and then move the payload to the other two checkpoints, securing a total of 3 points. And then the point will switch, and we'll see the opposite happen. We'll see the defense make an attack. I think CIU's on the attack here in the beginning. So I think we'll see the same aggression we saw in the maps before. I think it'll bode well for CIU. They typically do well on these hybrid maps.
Well, everyone's spawned in. We're just waiting for the door to open and for the battle to commence. They have to get there and claim that checkpoint before it will begin to move. But that is the first point, is capping that objective. Let's see where this fight takes us.
We see the immediate aggression out of the gate once again from CIU. Just going as fast and as hard as they can to just secure that first kill or secure the point. I mean, immediately they've almost bullied Coe College off of the point. How's she doing with the first pick here? I think we'll see that momentum carry over. You see CIU getting a few more picks here and there. Oh, how's your day? Almost losing that fight. Picks off the next two. Looks like a secure point for CIU.
Well said, Sabbatical. Looks like they finally capped that point. And by finally, I mean rather quickly. That was less than 30 seconds. And to your point earlier, they came out fast, heavy, and aggressive and just really nailed down that first point. And suddenly, the payload is moving, and they want to escort this payload. And you'll see the trajectory map at the very, very top of your screen. The payload is rolling through this map, and they are fighting it. They have to stay close to it. They have to have as many people close to it as possible in order for it to continue rolling forward. You're not going to see it much on camera. You're going to see a lot of player points of view, a lot of player POVs instead. But as soon as we get to that blue diamond, that's the second point. And if we get to the gold diamond on the road, that will be our third point. And that will be our first overall point for this match. And it'll be a 3-0. And then blue team, Coe College, will have the same opportunity to get just as far or further or farther than we did.
That's a great way of explaining it.
Well, you know what? I'm not an Overwatch player, so when I ask you that, I'm trying to get your words so that I can understand it. And I know that I've got some parents in chat who love watching their kids compete here at CIU Esports who've never played Overwatch themselves. So we've got to walk through some of these steps, even though professionals like you understand it. Some of the noobs like me appreciate a little bit of the mansplaining. And if you're one of those noobs in chat today, you are in good company. We're glad to have you. Thank you for supporting your Rams.
For sure. And as we saw in that fight before, I actually saw a really cool team play from Bugman and How's Your Day there with the combo of the ultimates. A huge block from Harry there, Harry Potter, protecting himself. Wow, and almost a solo hold for Harry Potter or Bugman as he just secures that objective.
Some of these fights are visibly one-sided. CIU has a solid 5 minutes to round off the third leg of this push, and their tactics so far have just been very, very polished. I sort of wonder what it sounds like in the CIU Esports arena right now with these guys playing this sharp and this smoothly.
I think it's a lot of calms and just overall just consistent play and compliments all around, truthfully. I mean, I think this game truly represents one of the more iconic phrases. CIU's aggressive aggression. I mean, they keep it pushing.
They're not just aggressive. They are bringing their aggressive aggression And we do not mind the redundancy because we are just really trying to exponentially raise how aggressive they are in this fight. I mean, they haven't stopped. They're not circling back to rest or reposition. They know where to go. If one of them gets picked, they respawn and they reclaim their spot. They get right back into position. Now, right now, they're a little contested. They can't push the payload backwards. Blue team, Coe College, can only stop it from going forward. And right now, they're only pausing it a little bit. But CIU Overwatch Gold has a solid 3.5 minutes to get the last few feet they need to get to that gold diamond and to secure all 3 points on this map, giving Coe College the opportunity to get just as many or lose the map.
I think Coe College is actually holding out really well here. As you can see, they cycled their ultimates really well and kind of kept CIU at that corner at bay, just to halt them just a little bit. I think this is the most we've seen CIU kind of stopped in place almost. But I think we might see a change up here as we see the aggression once again. The ultimate from Winter, the ultimate from Zest as well. We just see a lot of ults here, and we just see this constant aggression. I mean, we even see Bugman almost into Coe College's spawn, going for picks. Unfortunately, he doesn't. He only secures one and dies for it. But a huge beat from Kivs, almost allowing this aggression from How's Your Day, barely surviving, getting a pick as well. I'm not gonna lie, I think that beat might have just changed that fight. Almost losing that fight. Kivs with the amazingly timed beat allows How's Your Day to be super aggressive with his Bastion form and just secure that fight for CIU. What a huge change of tempo there.
That was a huge fight, and I want to give Coe College credit where credit is deserved. That last leg, those last couple of battles were super aggressive on their part as well. You can tell they want it. They have showed up to work today. Coe College is working hard. It is just not hard enough at the moment to get past your CIU Overwatch Gold team. Now, the coin has flipped, and red team, CIU Overwatch Gold, will be defending. They are trying to stop blue team, Coe College, from even capping the King of the Hill. That means they want to push blue team off of that checkpoint so that the push, the escort, the payload doesn't even begin moving. Let's see if CIU Overwatch Gold can hold them at 0 for the next 3 to 4 minutes.
I mean, we've seen it done before. I mean, we've seen CIU hold like amazing defenses and just keep teams at bay for longer than a couple of minutes. So I mean, I think it's possible for CIU, but I think it'll be a good one to see. I mean, Coe College has also put up a fight. I mean, they could get past CIU for this first one, and gives a little bit of a longer map here.
Yeah, and I think at the collegiate level, it is more common for the pushing team to at least cap the payload and get it moving. It's very uncommon, I think, in collegiate play to see a 3-0 sweep in a hybrid map like this. Am I right?
I mean, that seems to be pretty consistent. I mean, they usually get that first point, but I have definitely seen it before, and it's not impossible for CIU to get it done.
Well, I guess we'll know here in about a minute and a half if Coe College has what it takes to cap and move forward on this battle.
And as you can see, they're actually going almost blow for blow here, and just barely CIU actually getting the lead out here, as we see like a few picks from both sides. But I think it's interesting how aggressive CIU plays with just a little bit of damage or one pick, they immediately go full in, just all forward.
You can see this in all of the players, regardless of the role. When they get into a new position, they are taking advantage of shots when they are available. Everyone is trying to do damage when they can. They will nickel and dime. If they're not in position and they're on their way to position, you can see folks peeping and taking shots and doing their best to soften up the enemy so that one of the DPS players or some of the other heavies come behind them and button up the kill. CIU Overwatch Gold seems to be known for that. They are budgeting their time and their positions very well.
We see a super aggressive play from Bugman there, but unfortunately he doesn't get any picks and dies for it. I mean, this might set CIU back a little bit. I mean, you have to respect the aggression, but I think this might conclude the fight for CIU, and I think Coe College might secure this objective. CIU can't get back quick enough. I think that'll be just the case. CIU kind of backs up here and just prepares for the push of the payload.
And when you cap a point, I believe you get 90 seconds added to your clock to continue pushing. Is that accurate?
That is correct.
So Coe College now with a little over 4 minutes and an aggressive push. It is now 3-1 in CIU's favor, but Coe College now has to push that payload. That means stay close to it so that it moves. You see it there on your screen. And they have to move it all the way to the gold diamond because CIU Overwatch Gold got it all the way to gold. If Coe College can't get it there, they have lost this map.
We see a lot of ults coming out here. We see a beat from Kibbs to save CIU from the Coe College's flux. Coe College just barely being able to get a few kills out of here. We see a lot of ults coming off from both sides, but Coe College comes out on top. Just a few more. And an unfortunate late pick on Kibbs there. And we actually see a similar aggression from Coe College's Sigma here that we've seen from Bugman so much previously. And as you see, as Coe College wins fights, they actually get a little bit more aggressive and a little bit more confident.
I was about to comment on that as well. Yeah, they got that first point, and I was hopeful that CIU Overwatch Gold was going to hold them back. But again, Coe College shows up to work here. They are doing their very, very best. Now, right now they're against the ropes. Observably on screen, they're against the ropes because CIU Overwatch Gold has a plan to hold them back. They are inches away from that second point. And there are a few good picks there from How's Your Day and Sugman.
Indeed, we see CIU just pull it out just barely and get that defense just for a little bit longer. I think it's interesting to see as the attacks go on, we saw CIU constantly moving this objective. And we can see CIU actually gets a few strongholds on their defense here. I actually see a switch for Coe College to play the Doomfist. I think it's very interesting to see the aggressive Doomfist here. I mean, we see CIU's ability to just shut down and just rush things, and I think the Doomfist is a really interesting pick. The amount of care and just effort that was put into How's Your Day there from both Kibbs and Winter. I mean, he got an ultimate from Winter and just full heals and still died. Just shows Coe College targeting of How's Your Day and just how much of a danger he is.
And there's your second point for Coe College, getting some more seconds added to the clock there. They are currently pushing, nearing that third point. Tell us, Sabbatical, what happens if they do get to point 3? What does that overtime look like on this map?
So point 3, we'll see CIU actually, depending on the time limit actually, who's going to attack again. The team with the less time limit will actually have to attack once more. So we'll see how it goes. So far, it looks like Coe College will be on the lower side of time. So if they do cap this third point, we'll see Coe College attack once again. The amount of resources that they put into How's Your Day just so that he lives through all of this team fight and team shooting is amazing. And I think Coe College has figured out what is working for them as they just unload resources into How's Your Day until he's gone, and then they're allowed to play how they want to.
Wow. Well, that was very unexpected. That was a very, very aggressive play from Coe College. We are now 3-3 on this second map. Now, remind us, we have the least amount of time showing on the clock for Coe College. Does that mean that they will attack again, or is CIU attacking again, Sabbatical? Make it clear for us.
So we'll see Coe College actually attack
once again, as they have the lower clock, Overwatch prioritizes the lower clock, so it doesn't last too much longer than it needs to be. But we'll see Coe College attack first, and then we'll have to see how CIU responds, and then has to attack as well.
They will cap the checkpoint and then escort the payload all again, but this time in under 2 minutes.
That is the hope. We will see how far they get on both sides.
Very good. We haven't seen a contest like this in the regular season so far on map 2, which is always a hybrid map. So this is the biggest, strongest, most aggressive fight we have seen all season against CIU. And knowing that CIU Overwatch Gold performed the first map so handily, it looked very one-sided. Coe College had some great moments, even had the play of the game. But CIU Overwatch Gold showed up ready to work and did a great job, completely winning the map 3-0. Here, we see a tied game in the second map, 3-3 going into round 3. Let's see what happens.
I think it's really interesting. I mean, we see CIU play a little bit more of a more passively here in the beginning, actually, as we see the switch up from the team comps, and we see more of like a poke kind of finish kills kind of comp instead of this full aggression that we've seen from the past 2 rounds. And I think that speaks to Coe College's favor. I mean, they've kind of pushed CIU to be this less aggressive, more wait and see kind of comp, and I think that Coe College has gotten CIU's number on the aggression and has kind of figured out a way to play around it.
Well, and to your point a second ago, CIU is playing a little more conservatively all of a sudden, a little less on the aggressive aggression, if you will, and that may be throwing Coe College off a little bit, perhaps baiting them out of position so that we can get 1 or 2 easy picks before buttoning up the total party wipe.
I think that's a great way of explaining it. I mean, we could see CIU wait for them to kind of make a commitment to something and then just punishing them for it.
Yep.
Just like that, as How's Your Day gets a quick pick. I mean, that shows it off perfectly. I mean, as we wait for Coe College Doomfist to make a play and then it's immediately shut down. I think this speaks to the adaptability of CIU. I mean, as soon as we saw that composition and that attitude wasn't working anymore, we switched it up and started playing around it a little bit differently.
Well, there's only 15 seconds left, and Coe College has not been able to cap the point yet. And if that is the case, it will rotate over to CIU being on the aggressive. We just lost Kibbs. We just lost Zest.
This might not. Coe College might actually be able to get the point here. A quick window from Winter. Just How's Your Day and Winter left, and I think they're going to actually leave and let Coe College get the point here if they can. And unfortunately, in the last few seconds,
Wow.
Coe College gets the point after we see the almost like dominance from CIU, and then an unfortunate pick leads to Coe College getting the point. However, we do see the overclock from How's Your Day.
And there's the shutdown. That was going to be my next question. In round 3 and subsequent rounds, more time is not added to the clock. They are just trying to get as far as they can with the time they have left remaining. And we saw a little less than 2 minutes going into round 3 on the clock for Coe College, which is what gave them the advantage in getting to be on offense first in this last battle. Now, your CIU Overwatch Gold team, CIU Rams, has a little over 2 minutes in order to come back on the aggressive. They have to cap this point and then move it to that first blue diamond, or perhaps just a little further than Coe College. Which is more accurate, the blue diamond or just further than Coe College?
So they just have to make it to where Coe College last was. So where that little yellow box is how far CIU has to get it before they win. I think it's very interesting. I mean, we saw like I said, the dominance from CIU as they switch up the play, and then just one or two picks for Coe College, and it just flips the fight.
Well, players are finding their position in the final 15 seconds before the objective can be capped, before it can be defended and owned, which triggers, again, the payload. We see your CIU Overwatch Gold team, the red team on this map, the aggressor offense players, finding their positions. Let's see how Coe College responds to what I hope is another aggressive battle right out the gate.
I mean, I'm excited to see this one. I mean, like you said, this is the closest we've seen on a hybrid map for CIU.
For sure.
And I think, I mean, that's like you said. I mean, that speaks about Coe College's 4-1, and just shows how prepared they came for today's match. Quick first peek for Coe College. Look for Coe College here. Get 2. However, How's Your Day gets 1 as well. I mean, this is almost blow for blow here. I mean, we see picks from both sides coming out. This actually works for CIU, as they have a closer spawn, so they can actually win these kind of blow for blow fights just because they're allowed to spawn faster than Coe College. And as I say that, CIU gets aggressive. It's getting a little close here. Again, blow for blow. See picks from both sides.
It is just left and right and left and right.
I mean,
almost to an objective cap here from CIU Overwatch Gold. There it is. They don't have to push it very far, but if they get to that gold diamond, which is where Coe College left, we will get the 5th point.
We're so close now. I think this is it for map 2. CIU secured the dub.
Wow. Wow. Sabbatical, was there anything about the CIU Overwatch Gold team comp that may have led to this tight of a competition? Here comes our play of the game as well from Irv.
I mean, I think it's just Coe College found a way to work around this like dominance that CIU has shown in the first 3 rounds. I mean, they understood the aggression and found a way to deal with it, and then CIU adapted and changed up their composition, and then just showed how versatile they are on different characters, allowing them to get that first defense or the second defense in overtime almost to 0. So whenever they attacked, they had very little to push, and they played their time well, and they used their ultimates even better. I mean, they were great ultimates plays that entire map.
Well, and even though CIU has taken the points from the first and the second map, now it is 2-0 in favor of CIU in this best of 5 series in the NA Star League and the Open Premier Division for Overwatch. Coe College showed up to this battle 4-1. They've only lost once, and they came to work. They have earned the play of the game for the last 2 maps, for both maps so far. And they have really, to your earlier point, it has been 1-1. We'll get a pick for CIU, and then Coe College gets a pick right back. And it is really hard to recover from that when you're just down 1 or 2 party members consistently. You are trying to make 3 and 4 man power plays in the absence of one of your players, and then you're just trading that off back and forth. And we've seen a lot of work on Coe College's part, so they deserve some credit for their hard work. But in the end, your CIU Overwatch Gold team, CIU Rams, pulled it out, and they are currently 2-0. Now, if you are just now joining us in chat, thank you so much for showing up to support your CIU Overwatch Gold team. If you're just getting here, my name is Crab Clown Jimmy. I am commentating today with Overwatch Blue Captain Sabbatical, and we are getting ready to go into our 3rd map. Sabbatical, tell us a little bit about the 3rd map and what objectives we can expect to see unfold here.
I mean, we'll see a common theme as these first few rounds that CIU is so well known for. We'll see a similar King of the Hill map known as Flashpoint. And we'll see these King of the Hill objectives move throughout the map as they're captured by the teams. It's interesting to see as CIU is usually pretty strong on the Koth, but Flashpoint is sometimes where CIU struggles, and we see maps that are pretty easy are a little bit closer on Flashpoint. And if that speaks anything from last map, I think this one would be a lot closer than the Flashpoints we've seen in previous games.
I would agree with that. Coe College has really been doing a great job of not just rolling over and taking the L here. Any wins that CIU has today have been hard fought, and I love a close match like this. We were expecting something a little bit more like this from the University of Iowa game on last week, who showed up undefeated just like CIU did. in last week's game. But CIU came to this battle 5-0 against Coe College's 4-1 record. Now, the flashpoint has not unlocked. It unlocks in 10 seconds, and at that point, we will see which team is the better, who caps it and holds it for those points before it relocates.
And we see CIU return to this really aggressive comp here. To start off strong. I mean, we just see the immediate rush from their side, and almost the complete wraparound and just targeting of crucial members. Allows them to get that capture quickly. I mean, even so far, I mean they've left their left the objective to just go and stop Coe College's aggression at any point. Zest unfortunately gets picked here. CIU still able to hold strong though. How's Your Day also unfortunately gets picked. We see only Sugman and Kibbs left. Sugman also going down, and CIU has to retreat at the lost fight.
Yeah, that'll be a hard reset for CIU Overwatch Gold, but they did earn almost 60% after capturing that objective, and now Coe College has it and is climbing in blue percentile. Let's see how CIU plans to recover from this.
The immediate switch from Harry Potter to the Zarya for the Diva counter, I think is a really good switch. We see the switch of this flip of the script here. I mean, we see Coe College being super aggressive in this beginning. And we see blow for blow again here.
Wow.
See how you getting the first few picks and just pushes Coe College off the point, letting them capture.
CIU returned and just hammered Coe College down like an unruly nail. It just sticks up and catches your shoe when you walk across the front porch. And CIU suddenly at 80% full health, and they are primed and ready to hold and maintain their percentile. Now Coe College again trying to push them off. They were close to capping just then before CIU bumped them back down.
I mean, it's interesting to see how much quicker that the flashpoint objective goes up than the previous comp maps we've seen. And I mean, it's like again, these fights have been so close and just nail biters. I mean, we see like ultimates come out from both sides, and it's like, oh, there goes a pick, oh, there goes a pick, and then, I mean, it's a 50-50.
Wow, team kill.
I mean, that was great plays, great ultimate plays from CIU securing that first flashpoint.
I feel like that moment right there is going to be clipped and shared again later. What a great recovery for CIU. They've got the first point here, and the next flashpoint, that is the King of the Hill objective, relocate somewhere else on this map, meaning players have to go rally their teams in that area. They can begin fighting one another and even earning the kills for the resets, but they cannot start claiming the objective until that white timer clears out, and it has begun.
I mean, CIU won that first fight, allowing them to like almost freely cap this point. I mean, just quickly, as soon as Coe College organized, they split him up again and just rolled over and let him cap the point. We see a little bit of a flanking play from Coe College here. It actually allows the pick on Zest. I mean, Winter is just throwing out these windows. I mean, he has them almost every fight. I mean, it just is crazy to see every fight I see Winter pull out that window. I mean, how'd you do on the flank here? I can't say it enough. I mean, it's pick after pick on both sides. Still a little bit close. I mean, as Zest continues to contest the point, allowing himself to get a pick.
Wow,
2 picks
so
for
close.
Zest. Unfortunately, we lose the objective, but we actually might be able to win the fight and get this point back pretty quick.
You bring up a good point right there, Sabbatical. It might be okay to give up the objective to strategically place your character to get a few picks, to get a few kills, so that you can completely sweep the floor and get back in here to find ourselves in the situation in which we currently find ourselves. 99 percentile in overtime with everybody standing on the point. What a great play from CIU.
I mean, what a great rally for Zest and How's Your Day. I mean, they played their cards almost perfectly. How's Your Day keeping the distance, allowing poke. Zest staying on the objective, allowing for contest from most time as possible to let CIU to get back. And just great picks from Zest and How's Your Day allows CIU to get that last objective and cap it out.
As
I
we've
mean, I
already
said
stated,
before.
Flashpoint. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I said before Flashpoint seemed to be a little bit more of a difficulty for CIU, but I mean they seem to be proving me wrong all day today.
Well, that was the point I was getting ready to make. In previous games, we typically watch CIU give up a couple of flashpoints just so that they can sort of learn the team's dynamics. This isn't a particularly strong map for them. It's a new map in some of them in the more recent seasons and updates for Overwatch, and so a lot of folks weren't necessarily excited about it making its way into NACE. But we're finding CIU doing a great job right now, and for some reason, unlike previous maps, Coe College just can't rally and get back on the map here in light of what CIU is doing.
And that's a great way of being said. I mean, Flashpoint is such a new thing. I think it takes a while for teams to get ready, get used to it. And I think CIU is showing their capacity to understand this this map type and this objective. I mean, this could be almost it for Coe College. I mean, if CIU caps this objective, it'll be over for this match today.
We could very well be seconds away.
I mean, we still have both support ults for Winter and Kibbs here, and this is not over. I mean, I think this will be a grueling fight. Unfortunately, Zest gets picked really early here, and this allows for Coe College aggression.
We are seconds away if CIU can win this fight. And we've lost a couple.
Coe College is able to rally and get this objective at 99% for CIU.
Wow, they worked hard for it too. They had to.
I knew that fight was going to be a little bit of a tough one. I mean, the unfortunate pick off Zest early allowed for Coe College to get aggressive almost immediately. I mean, well, I wonder if we'll see a rally for Coe College, or if we'll see this final fight from CIU.
So now
we see Sugman immediately fly into the team. I mean, he has been after this Mercy almost all game. I mean, CIU coming in strong. I mean, just to push the point further. I mean, Sugman immediately just flies into the enemy team for a kill, and CIU follows suit and wins that match, and this NACE match.
Well, and for just a second there, Sabbatical. Oh, let's watch the play of the game from Winter.
And we love to see the Winter play of the games. I mean, this is great team compatibility. I mean, as soon as Sugman drops that ultimate, we see the whole team move in for the kill.
I imagine I'm going to see a replay of that later this week, at least more than once. And CIU Overwatch Gold did a great job on another sweep against Coe College, their 6th sweep of the regular season. That puts them 6-0 without having lost a single map all season. Great job, CIU Overwatch Gold. Now, Coe College, they started to rally. They had a total party wipe there in their favor, and had even capped the point there, which we were sort of used to seeing in prior matches earlier this season, Sabbatical. But suddenly, CIU Overwatch Gold they brought their A game to Flashpoint. That really surprised me. This is the first Flashpoint we've not lost a point on.
I mean, it's incredible to see. I mean, like we said earlier, I mean that I think that the scrimmages and the VOD reviews have just been amazing. And I mean the VOD review before this, I think I can see the tune-up and the just the refinement of their capabilities here, just showing it off in this game.
Well, don't go anywhere, Ram fam. We are hoping to have one of the CIU Overwatch Gold players join us in chat here for just a second to give us a little bit of recap, a little bit of joy and excitement about what we can look forward to in weeks to come, knowing that we have just a couple more games left in the regular season. We are so proud of our team tonight. We know that you are as well. If you haven't already, we've dropped some links in chat, our TikTok, our Instagram, and our YouTube. One of the best ways to support your CIU Esports Rams is, of course, to follow us on social, subscribe on YouTube, and of course, if you haven't already, be sure to join and look for our merchandise store and pick up something really, really cool. There are some cool shirts and hoodies on there, and all of those proceeds go towards the esports program here. Now, joining us is none other than DPS player Aiden Wiggins. How's your day? What a remarkable battle just then. We saw Coe College show up to work a couple of times and press you guys off the checkpoint. How do you feel about the game? Like, how's the team feeling after this win, after this hard-won battle?
I mean, we don't feel too different. It wasn't... We just kind of trolled. We didn't take them too seriously, and they had a little pushback, so we just had to show them who's boss.
Okay, good. Now, a couple of the plays of the game went to Coe College, and in those moments, that tells me that they were doing their best. This was a 4-1 team coming into this battle, and so from the viewer side, it looked like Coe College was trying to read your team comp and your positioning a couple of times. But to your point, this was a 3-0 sweep in CIU's favor, so well done there. Any shout-outs you'd like to give to some of the players on the team tonight?
Definitely Zeph. The Pharah in the first map went really hard. He got so shafted by the play of the game system. He got a 5K with his barrage, and it didn't show up, which is interesting.
I made a comment about that, actually. I was like, I wanted to see the Zest play the game, and just didn't show up.
Yeah.
Well, we are excited to see where we go in the last couple of games here. You guys are absolutely killing it. You're representing the program well. I know Sabbatical and I were just talking. You guys have had a number of VOD reviews this week, and I'm pretty sure you guys came right out of a VOD review right before the game. Is that right?
Yep. We had an hour-long VOD review with our coach.
And how did that go? What are some of the things you guys heard from that VOD review, and were any of those things implemented tonight to change some of your strategy and team composition?
Yes and no. One of our biggest issues we had to learn was to say yes and no to our team. Like, can you do this? Yes. Or no, I'm not in the position to do this. And we had to implement that tonight. But it was a little bit hard sometimes, but it worked out.
Sure. Well, good for you guys. I love hearing that you guys are prioritizing communication so well. That has been really a theme of this season. And you guys have put a lot of time and effort in learning how to communicate to one another in a way that is helpful and clear and precise. And in Overwatch, we were talking about this as well, Sabbatical and I, there are 5 of you here. So that's 5 voices trying to talk over each other and find like audio real estate so that you can be heard and you can call your position and prepare your ultimates and all of those moments. And if you're not getting any feedback, or worse, if we're all just talking over each other, you can get really confused very, very easily. And I love to know that you guys are working on that. Well done. Now, what can we anticipate in our next 2 games of the regular season, Aiden? What can we hope for? What can we look forward to?
Well, I've heard from a couple people that the next game we're against Georgia State, I think, and they are supposed to be a hard team. But past that, I think we're still on track to be flawless.
We will see how UGA plays tonight. They are also currently 4-1. We will know their standing here probably within the hour. But Thank you so much. How's your day? DPS player for Overwatch Gold jumping in here to give us a little bit of insight as to what the Overwatch Gold team has been working on. My name is Crab Clown Jimmy. I have been commentating for you tonight with my good friend and Overwatch Blue captain, Aiden Ivy, sabbatical in game. Thank you guys for showing up to support your CIU Esports Rams. Look for us next week, next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Twitch for more CIU Overwatch Gold.
Winter is here.